The only thing worse than relying on something like Splice for melody loops is relying on AI to generate a loop for you, which is most likely getting sent to hundreds and thousands of other people because it's going back to some centralized system and it just spits out the same stuff over and over again based on the prompts that you give it.
It's called Too Easy.
I've said in the past, just take a piano lesson, but I'm actually going to take that back and say you don't need to take a piano lesson because there's this really good thing called the piano roll. It even gives you the key, the scale, it gives snap to grid so that you can snap within notes on the scale. I mean, it's dead easy already. I tell you what, you don't even have to do that. You can actually use your keyboard, right, as a MIDI keyboard. I mean, come on, guys. And look, I'm happy to move with the times and accept that AI is, becoming part of our lives and the music industry, but don't let it be the main source of the song that you're creating, man. Especially nowadays when you're running into copyright claims, copyright strikes on a YouTube channel, YouTube channels getting completely taken down by YouTube because they were using AI generated content, which is mad anyway because I'm sure YouTube uses an AI system to detect AI activity. It's just getting out of control, to be honest. It's just like a kick in the face, right? Because I have spent 20 years, right, in the music industry, spent thousands of hours learning how to produce music, how to write songs, how to engineer, how to master songs, how to mix songs, chord structure, sound selection. And now it's like, oh yeah, just type this prompt in and it'll give you what you need. Garbage.
Them sounds is garbage. They're fake. Don't fall for the trap.
And this is what the CEO of Suno AI had to say about creating music.
It's not really enjoyable to make music now.
Why'd you say that?
It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of practice. You need to get really good at an instrument or really good at a piece of production software. I think the majority of people don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
You don't spend decades of your life dedicated to an art form because you hate it, because you don't like it, because you can't stand it. A lot of people might not realize this, but the joy out of anything in life comes from the process. It's not from the destination, because a lot of people get to the destination, they make millions and millions of dollars, and they realize at the end that it was that journey that they went on that gave them the enjoyment. Anything in life worth having is hard to attain. I can't just go to ChatGPT and say, buy me a BMW. Now, it might advise me on what I should be doing with my money and how to save money and stuff, but it's not going to actually do it for me. We as human beings still need to go through the trials and tribulations and difficulties to get to where we want to be. And even if AI did buy me a car, right, how much enjoyment would I get out of that car? Because a big part of the satisfaction for me out of difficult challenges in life is knowing how hard that I worked to actually get to that position in the first place. I can sit back and really enjoy it. Look at what I did. Look at this empire that I've built on my own. And I don't want to sound like a complete AI hater, AI is going to stay around and it is going to improve over time. But at the moment, it's an idea that sounds great in principle, but actually it causes more problems than it's actually worth. It's like electric cars, man, they make it sound like amazing on paper and it's saving the environment and, it's less fuel being burnt and all these things, whatever they use to justify it. But in reality, when it comes to visiting family who live 4 hours away, you have to call them up going, oh yeah, hi Brenda, just to let you know, I'm on my way, but I've run out of miles in the car, so I've plugged it into a plug socket on the M1 services and I'll be with you in 7 hours. Is that alright? Anything that you try and take a shortcut on in life just doesn't end well. So please, force yourself to become the best producer that you possibly can be, right? Learn as many skills as you can. Force yourself to get better and learn how to create your own melodies and samples, man. Can you imagine being in a studio surrounded by artists, producers, musicians, and then going, oh yeah, let me just type in a prompt into... Come on, man. Seriously. My goal is to become the best music producer that I possibly can be. And I think in order to do that, you have to not only be able to make good beats, but you have to have an input. You have to input into the songwriting process. You need some engineering experience. You might even get up on the mic and say something. You might have an input into the lyric writing, the delivery of it. All these things come into play when becoming an actual music producer. And that takes a human being to do that. It takes a soul. It takes a feeling of the vibe in the room and the energy. You can't do that with AI. Not in 2026 you can't. Maybe in 2046 it'd be a different conversation. You should never rely on anybody or anything in life. That way you can avoid disappointment and know that you did it off your own back. Working with other producers in collaboration, using their loops, absolutely fine, brilliant. But using something you don't even know go into some system in a cloud somewhere. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think about this. Put a comment in the comments, like the video, and please subscribe for more content in the future. Peace.